Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays West of Loathing. On the last episode, we got about 2/3 of the way through our prologue here, and we are on what I believe is the final prologue quest involving freeing 3 horses. So let's just work around this clockwise. We'll start at Boring Springs Boneyard. It's still clockwise. We'll do clockwise starting from the left. Alright, so we're at the graveyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring. He actually was a really interesting guy. Oh, somebody left a mug in the graveyard. Happens all the time. Benjamin Crockett, he showed up way too early. I don't know what that... Oh, I see, because it's from the 1300s. So it's like, what are you doing out here in the West in the 1300s, man? I mean, it's not that there weren't people out here. Look, I'm not trying to take this video in that direction, all right? I'm just saying. That's like before Christopher Columbus even sailed the ocean blue. Beauregard's Skeleton Captain, 3rd Cavalry. This grave is really noisy. Actually, let's not do it in this order. Let's start by going to the mine, because the mine has the shovel. That makes way more sense. Okay, so we go to the outhouse. This is where Bill said to look. Look behind outhouse. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. You got an item. Shovel. Okay, so now with the shovel, we can dig stuff up. Got 65 meat for free and yet another mug out there. We gotta free this horse. Instructions for the cargo elevator. The mechanism is labeled cargo elevator control. A poster on the wall behind reads, blasting cap storage level 1, plungers level 2, tools level 3. Where do you want to send the cargo elevator? Well, I guess like level 1, and we'll get some blasting cabs. We need a crowbar to pry the crates open. Alright, so... Well, level 2 then? I guess we can play the whole thing with WASD and the number pad. We probably don't need to use our mouse all the time. You got an item, detonation plunger. Level 3, tools. So maybe tools has the crowbar? Please? It's a toolbox, but it's locked. Okay, so we need a needle. Open the toolbox, get the crowbar that gives you a blasting cap. Unrefined meat nugget. Should be reading more, sorry about that. This looks dangerous. Hook up the plunger to it. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. This makes you nervous, but press the plunger. It shouldn't work because we don't have blasting caps. You press the plunger and nothing happens. Oop, you forgot to hook up a blasting cap. Okay, so we need to get a needle somewhere. Was there not supposed to be a horse somewhere in this vicinity? Maybe I guess we gotta blow through the wall to get to the horse. Alright, we'll start by going back to the Boneyard now. Because this grave being noisy, I think means we can dig it up. Yeah, dig up the grave. Beauregard, Skeleton Captain, 3rd Cavalry, 1820 to 1866. Dig up the grave. Let's go. So I think he has 20 HP. There's probably like... I want to get like a pen and a pad. Call Jim West with a pen and a pad. There must be a break-even point at which it's better to do... the poison damage than it is to summon a snake. Well, let's just work it out logically, even though this might seem like kind of tedious to you. If we summon a snake, we do no damage this turn. On turn 2, we will probably do, let's just say 7 to be on the safe side. We'll do 12 damage, 5 plus, 7 plus snake. And then on turn 3, we'll do 12 damage, killing him by 4. If we do Snake Whip, on this turn we'll deal 6 damage. On the next turn, we'll deal 7, let's say. 8 because of the... I think the longer the fight goes on, and the more HP an enemy has, the more sense it makes to use Deploy Snake. But right now, the way I see it, it's going to leave us all winning on turn 3 regardless. I just wanted to do that math now, not every single time. Oh, we might find ourselves in times of trouble here, but... just so that I could... know for the future whether this was sensible or not sensible. So yeah, it seems like if the enemy has 20 HP with our present stats, that's a turn 3 kill. So we got an old cavalry saber, a gold tooth, and we got grit up to level 2. Let's peep our character sheet for a second. Grits. It gives us extra HP, extra stomach capacity, and extra pain tolerance. Okay. And old cavalry saber does 5 to 6 damage. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle? Well, dude, by all means. Similarly here, I'm like, can't we just kill this dude in one turn? I feel like we might as well use our snake abilities. You know, just because this is kind of emblematic of the class. So he gets poisoned. I don't know if there's other statuses, effects we can apply later, like, I mean, Snake Medicine will heal us. Basic Venom Vial is a consumable, but it inflicts 5 poison on the target. So we could probably kill some enemies in one turn by doing that, but I don't really want to go for that on these really basic fights. Yeah, skill up. Deadeye level 2. Deadeye. Does extra pistol damage. That's good. Let's just examine all the graves first. Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, a baby. You know what? I bet this is that girl's family that got killed in the cow attack. It's the only thing that makes sense. Maybe we can talk to her later. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky translucent horse. You approach the weird semi-transparent horse cautiously so as not to startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there, hi. I'm a friend, okay? Nay. I don't know how to do... I can't do a horse impression. Whew. That's a little strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Let's pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were gonna ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Let's pat her on the nose again. Yup, still cold. Let's try for it. Yup, still cold. I'm thinking if maybe like one day they'll have new dialogue just to reward you for this tediousness of hitting it over and over again. Feed her the oats. Here you go, girl, have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Brr, please don't look at me like that. Pat her on the nose again. Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal or something on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Is that a yes? Weird. Okay, so we'll add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt. You yell bam like Emerald Lagasse, and you hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them and then eats them. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Alright, so we got one horse back at town. Guess who just got back today? Widow horse, and it's here to say. Can we use arrow keys or something? No, so we have to use our mouse to click on this. Alright, Thousand Snakes Gulch. If we get 3 rattlesnakes, that dude will trade us something as well. Maybe we can buy some needles to complete the other quests. We got a shiny rock. Let's take a look at our inventory, because we also got a gold tooth. Shiny rock. It's shiny and about the size of a rock. Thank you for your support. What happened to the gold tooth? Oh, there it is, right next to us. This was in the ground for a very long time, then in somebody's mouth for a very short time, and now it's in your backpack. The meat nugget. A chunk of mostly worthless rock shot through with veins of gristle and flesh, and, well, veins. Just sell it. Okay, well, thank you for the not beating around the bush there. I do appreciate that. The snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Let's fight it. It's got 10 HP. We might as well just shoot it. Could get the KO. Not quite a level, but for killing snakes, we get extra venom and medicine that we can use as our snake mancer. Okay. That's good to know. Well, this guy got the jump on us. And we got poisoned, I think, probably as a result. Yeah, 1 HP poison. He's got 15 HP, but let's be honest. We should still pretty much just go for the double tap here, because it's the fastest way to get through the combat. Notice it didn't stack poison. I guess maybe it doesn't work like Darkest Dungeon style. Our gumption went up. We got 2 venom and 1 medicine. What is gumption? We only need to check these out once. Speed and spleen capacity and extra AP. Extra AP is actually really useful. Because we can use that to get 2 snake attacks. Not sneak attacks, but snake attacks in. I mean, it's still the prologue, but I sort of feel on this one, we should inflict 5 poison. Like, use some venom. Throw some poison on this guy. No, but he's still probably going to die in 2 hits anyway. I think that was a waste of some poison. Does 6 poison deal 6 damage? It does deal... Oh, it totally works like Darkest Dungeon. I was wrong. Alright, so this guy's super dead. So we can actually... Inflicting 5 poison is incredibly good, now that I think about it. It allows us to easily one-tap enemies if they have around 15 HP, because we can hit for 10 with the pistol and do 5 with the poison anyway. We got 2 venom and 2 medicine. So we might as well go into our inventory and extract some venom. Extract some medicine. Close the briefcase. We got quite a lot out of that, actually. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? I'm not going to do the horse noises. I apologize. It's cool, all right? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Winnie? Let's look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, he twitches a lot. But seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever his madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Erng. Dun 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 dun. Erng. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. Snurf. You feed this crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a whinnyurgle. Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. That was my first thought. I thought, cool. Alright, we're at the end of that here. Let's go back, because we need to go to the mine to get that other horse, but I think. No, I don't want to go to the hideout. I clicked on the hideout, but I don't want to go to the hideout. First, things first, I'll eat your brains. We can shovel this poop up. There we go. We got our moxie up a little bit as a result. Oh, we do get a little bit of experience for each one. And this guy right here. No trades right now. I just want to buy something. You got anything else for me, Cactus? No? We got a recovered mug out of the dirt. I just need a needle so I can blow up the dynamite, I think. Well, let's go speak with the bartender quickly. Hello, good sir. More mugs. Just thought I'd say howdy. Mission accomplished. Will you guys play poker with me again? No. They don't have enough meat left to play with. It looks like they're playing with spiders for now. Alright, well that's terrifying. How you doing, Pete? What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, Jim Jamming Machines can't trust him no more in a dirty so-and-so. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. Pete notices the shiny rock you're carrying and his wild eyes light up. That there is a right shiny rock you got, stranger. I'll give you 7 meat for that rock. I'm gonna sell it to him. He looks like he needs it. He grabs the rock, sticks it in his pouch, grinning. Thank you kindly. Pete squints and points at the unrefined meat ore you're carrying. You ain't seem like someone got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it off'n you for 73 meat. Sure, I'll sell him the ore. Oh, Lord. You give him the nugget. He chuckles and hands you some more meat. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you and the tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid. All this stuff what I've been buying from you, you've been spending time underground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of ore hole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a fellow wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. You know what? What happened to Crazy Pete? I gotta know. The woman glares at you. Oh, dude, I figured it out myself. I swear to you, I've not done this in the prologue the first time that I played. Are you Susie Cochran? Hey, how'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows? Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess I heard a pass... Let me retry that one. Take 2. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch, and they attacked a couple days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door, and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes, just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I ain't want to talk about this anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Why don't you go get it yourself? No. Yeah, I'll go get it. Susie shows you on the map where her ranch is. You discovered a new map location, the Cochrane Ranch. Take your leave. Dude, I never got this the first time I played through the tutorial. Or prologue, rather. Cochrane Ranch. Established 1891. Let's go. All the water in this trough has boiled away. That's terrifying. Susie's ranch is burned to the ground. Just looking for stuff. Looking for stuff. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. Go through it anyway. I might wait on that for just a second. The outhouse is the only thing still standing. Well, we got no choice. Let's go for it. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. You got an item. Varmint skin and knife. Allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. Equip? Absolutely. That sounds cool. Those pies were not safe. Yo, that's a cow, dude. That thing looks angry. You're not gonna make it to the safe without dealing with it. Okay. It's our first cow. It's a pyrobove. Qu'est-ce que c'est? This will deal 10 to 11 damage, so as long as we get the poison on first, we're definitely gonna get the kill. Easy money. You defeated the nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flame. You gained 6 experience. Almost got our next level. Sweet. And our gun safe. Grab Susie's rifle. Nice. So when I previously did the prologue, I was unable to take anybody with me to the next phase of the game except for Crazy Pete. But this might actually, what I'm thinking is that by completing Susie's quest line, she'll give us access to use her as a companion after this. You find my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Nor. Thanks, Nor. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, you just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. Sounds good. All right. Well, we got 2 of this dude's horses. Maybe he's got something for us in here. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Anytime. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. Okay, this is a new dialogue option. You said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Well, why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. Well, we actually have, Nurse brand whiskey. It's too cheap for you to even consider drinking it, and given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. Well, it seems like the logical approach at this point would be to go here and offer whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey? Your favorite, I'm led to believe? Didn't know she makes house calls. All right, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. Well, first off, I gotta loot you for books. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Wow, shouldn't this be further from the fireplace? The stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me. Okay, fine. Here's the whiskey. Doc Alice looks to be in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. What if we don't give it to her? She scowls at you. What the hell did I let you in here for then? Okay, fair enough. Give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her back pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Settling into a voice. Okay, point taken. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything all right? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully. So what's, I get it, because they were going to say, what's up, Doc, like Bugs Bunny. And they cut it out, and this is the joke, and then you say, I mean, what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead man walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead man walking? Oh, you haven't seen it. Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. But how is that even possible? It is impossible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh. Ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterward looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh. Indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Anything else? Any more lore? Doc Alice sighs exasperatedly. What's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic? Hell, no way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. And you got like one more for me. Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from a non-verified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I ain't never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Alright, well, I'm gonna read your books. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not they're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellahole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. You survey the books on Alice's shelf. They're all medical textbooks, save for a few. Leaf through the legend of Curly's meat. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat. Secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense. I get it. Secreted versus secreted. In the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Leaf through the life and works of Fred Ferguson. Oh, let's go. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Ha ha! At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. You gain 3 experience, so our muscle is leveled up. And leaf through the goblinoid tongues, a primer. You start flipping through the goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is the goblin word for hour. You have learned to speak goblin. Sort of. Alright, so we got goblin tongue. Make like a tree and leaf. Ha ha ha. Okay. This vanity doesn't look like it sees much use. We'll preen a little. Hey. Got 1 experience. I just want to buy a needle and finish everything here, and then we can leave forever. Give me a second. I'm gonna go talk to her again. No, she's not interested. Let's talk to Pete again. Okay, Pete's done with dialogue. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Well, can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though. Horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? I'll take the basic model, I'll go with the spooky pale one, or give me the one with the crazy eyes. I've done spooky pale, so give me the crazy eyes this time. Okay, but I gotta warn ya, this horse has seen some some stuff, but I'll sell him for 1,000 meat. Okay, is something wrong with him? No, not as such, he's perfectly functional. But, well, he's always sneaking off to Thousand Snakes Gulch to chew on the loco weed that grows there. And that makes him see crazy things? I think it's more like he does it to forget about the crazy things he sees all the time anyway. Color me intrigued, I'll take him. Sweet. Here's the keys, ride safe. Dude, Tim is a great name for a horse. That's fine by me. It's Nor Thernlion and his horse Tim. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Thank you. Alright. Southeast West map. This is ostensibly a map, but it's mostly blank. Looks like you have to fill the bulk of it out yourself. I think we're basically done here. Unless this guy's got a quest for us. We can't get a crowbar from what I can find, so we can't get that last horse saved yet. I don't think we can ever come back either, so... any chance the barkeep's got something for us? No. Any chance learning to speak Goblin does anything for us down here? Appears not. Sheriff, you got anything to say? As soon as you get that lock picked, I'll be able to get some real sheriffing done around it. Well, I can't see, I don't have a needle as a thing, so you created a difficult situation for me, haven't you? It's Braid again. Can't trade. And then Alice is like, we're done. You got nothing else to say to me? Oh wait, what about that necromancer? Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try to stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. And if I were going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who already knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends. And everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arm and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. All right, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. So we got a new potential companion here. I wonder if we can take multiple people when we leave. Including Cactus Bill. No. Well, I'm glad I talked to her so I can get the companion. I think at this point... Oh, we got a perk because I walked into too many cactuses. Mostly scabs. +5 maximum HP. Oh, dude. Sick. I think we're kind of hamstrung here. So we got our horse. Oh, it's a chunk of wood from the broken hitching post. You got an item. Broken board. It is a weapon. Okay. Well, I think we're ready to leave for the prologue. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure you want to leave? I believe so, but that's going to do it for this episode. On the next episode, we're going to assemble our party of one or more companions. We're going to head to Dirtwater, where the game proper begins. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. And if you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more West of Loathing every single day until the game is done. And of course, peep West of Loathing on Steam. It'll be linked in the video description below. It is a lovely time. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, partner.